Hey guys! So I have some very exciting news to share. I finally have a nail studio. Now for the people who don't know or are confused, all of my nail stuff lived in my room, and I have a lot of nail stuff. Now the original game plan was when my brother moved out, we were going to turn his room into my nail studio. Well, December ended up being a very busy month for me when it came to clients, and it just got to the point where I couldn't wait anymore. So my parents and I decided to kick my brother out of his room. So before anyone starts going at me, let me just quickly clarify. My brother travels a lot for his job. So he is gone for months on end. He is never home for like months on end. So when he is home, he's only home for about a week or two, and then he has to leave to go somewhere else. Now you're probably asking, where did we put my brother? Well, we put him in my sister's old bedroom. Now you're also probably asking, why didn't you turn your sister's old bedroom into your nail studio? Well, one, it's down in the basement. Two, that room gets super cold during the winter time, and it's next to impossible to try and warm it up. So it would have been uncomfortable for my clients and myself to be down in that room for several hours. Hence why we kicked my brother out of his room, put him in that room, and then made his room my nail studio. Now you are probably also wondering, was my brother thrilled with the idea of us kicking him out of his room and putting him into my sister's old bedroom? No, but he actually really likes his room now, so it ended up working out. Now that all of that explaining is out of the way, let's get into the process of us actually creating the nail studio. Now, the first part of actually creating the nail studio was to clean up my sister's old bedroom, because we just kind of had some random stuff thrown into there, and then move my brother's stuff from his old bedroom into his new bedroom. Now, I ended up getting a little too hyper-focused and forgot to actually record the process of us cleaning out my sister's old bedroom, and I wasn't around for when my brother's bedroom was getting cleared out. But here's what the room looked like when pretty much everything was taken out of the room. There was still some things in the room, like those shelves and that mirror, but for the most part, the room was entirely cleared out. Now, once the room was entirely cleared out, the next step was to clean the room. So that meant dusting, vacuuming, and scrubbing the walls down with bleach. This was one wall done, and I still had 3 other walls I had to do. This took me all day, and as you can imagine, I was exhausted, and I really didn't want to do this, but I did it anyway because I wanted this nail studio, so... This is what the room looked like after I scrubbed all the walls down. I don't know if you can even tell the difference. In person, you could definitely tell, but on camera it was really hard to see. I also had to clean the closet because we were going to paint the closet, so I was in a lot of pain. I was really tired, and I did not feel great because I was inhaling bleach all day. So, but at least it was clean and ready for spackling and painting and all that fun stuff. Now that the walls were clean, we went ahead and just really quickly threw some spackle onto the walls. And if you've never worked with spackle before, you have to wait for this to dry and then sand it and then spackle whatever areas need to be spackled again, which there were some holes that were really deep in the wall, so we already knew that those would have to be respackled. But for the most part, this part didn't really take that long. Now the next weekend, I had a client, so there wasn't really much I could do, but my parents very kindly sanded and respackled and then painted the closet and the door, put that chair together, and then put the chandelier together. And then when I was done with my client, I went ahead and painted the chair rail. Now this is when I started to get kind of stressed out. So that chair rail we weren't able to remove because the person who installed it was a woodworker and not only nailed it but glued it to the wall. So if we were to take it off the wall, we would have destroyed the wall. So my very lovely mother had the idea of painting it with a metallic pink, which ended up working out. And then we were pretty much just going to copy the idea that was already in that room of having a lighter color on the top and a darker color on the bottom, but with them being in the same hue family and with the color being slight, but not like so slight that you couldn't really tell. However, when we went and bought the paints, the woman that was helping us got confused and didn't realize that the pinks were two different colored pinks. So we think that she might have just put the same color in both. So we had to basically mix white into the lighter color so that we had that slight variation. Now, when we tried our best to fix the lighter color, we went ahead and started painting. The chair rail got about 4 coats, and on the walls, the bottom part only got 2. I painted the bottom part, and I did the cutting in by myself, and I've never done cutting in before, so I think I did a pretty good job. I also had the fun idea to put that marble vinyl on the shelves, just to kind of pretty it up a little more, and I actually really like it. Now, in person, the walls don't look any different in color. They look exactly the same, but honestly, at this point, I don't really care. This was with a second coat on the bottom, and on the camera, you can tell the difference, but in person, you can't. Once the walls were completely dry, it was time to start adding in all the fun stuff, and also adding all of my nail stuff. If you're wondering, those acrylic shelves and these chairs were both from Amazon. My very lovely father put up all these shelves and all the other decorative pieces, and this is the final result of the nail studio. There are some decorative things that I do want to add still, but for the most part, this room is completely done, and I am really, really happy with it. Now, I'm sure some of you in the comments have already asked, how much did you spend on your nail studio? Well, with all the things that I needed to get for the studio, plus the things that I wanted to get to make it look pretty, I spent almost $1,500, which honestly isn't bad for the amount of work that had to go into that studio. And yes, I did use my own money to get everything. So that was the whole process from start to finish on putting the nail studio together. I apologize that it probably wasn't as satisfying as you wanted it to be, but honestly, I was just so hyper-focused on trying to just work on the studio that I really didn't have time to try to do time lapses or anything like that. But I hope you still enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you guys get notified as new videos that I upload. If it even works, and if it doesn't work, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram and TikTok, where I normally update you guys as new videos that I upload, but that's also where I share my work that you guys normally wouldn't see here in these videos. So I hope you liked this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!